Hello and welcome to the Stock Planner channel. Today we're going to talk about trees. In particular, a new company, Rayonier, or a new company for me, by the way, not necessarily new. This company has been in business for quite some time. Trading as stock symbol RYN, Rayonier. The conclusion here is I'm looking for some companies that are undervalued and growing, because I feel that the stock market and the big boys are all overvalued, or in the case of Visa, dropping. Before we get started, Stock Planner channel is a education channel, and we'd like to share our ideas and help everybody learn. There's no recommendations, and there's no recommendations for this particular stock today, but I do want to add it to my watch list and get into it as a long-term long. Let's get started. Well, Telsa went up past $1,000 per share and is dropping. This is a weekly chart of Telsa. On TradingView, it's free. And I have my indicators in the description below. This is the MACD, stochastic RSI, and then this is a new MACD that I'm testing out to try to keep me in the trade a little longer. You see, I'm trying to be a long, and keeps me in the trade a little longer than kind of bouncing around. And this is an MACD, and the little dots are showing me where to take a long or a short. This green dot here would have been an up single, along with my other indicators. Telsa's going down. Visa, I want to get in as well. It looks like it's still down, going down. PayPal's still going down too. I want to get in. I think it's going. I think PayPal's going to consolidate here, and there was some consolidation over here in 2020. I think it's consolidated a bit up here around August, and I think it's going to consolidate for quite some time in this area here. So I'm looking for some stocks that are undervalued and growing. This is a weekly chart again. All of them were weekly, and that seems like it's growing to me. It's still climbing. Where it stops, I don't know. My new MACD is showing green, and this one's pointing up, the old one. Stochastic's pointing up, and so is the RSI. On the weekly chart, Rayonier is showing an upward trend. I believe it's a long-term upward trend. So buying a leap call might be not a option here, and it's a relatively cheap stock at $39. Let's see where it's going. 39, remember that, 39, trading at 39. See where it's going. Well, I like FinViz because it's free, and I like to have free tools. And this is the daily chart, daily. The other one was a weekly. The weekly allows me not to see so much noise. A green candle of the day. This is a profitable company, optionable and shortable, but this is not a buy rating here. This is more of a hold or moderate sell. This is not a buy rating. The target, according to FinViz, is 36.75, which is a bit down. So FinViz is pessimistic. The two recent downgrades were in 2020, quite some time. Tip ranks has it also at 36. They're saying downside. So if you believe these analysts and the FinViz analysts and the tip rank analysts, what you could do is wait for the stock to come down a little bit. Or you could do that long-term leap, because I think it's going to go up over the next 6 months, over the next 3 months. And it has a ranking of 6, which is not all that good. Hedge fund activity has decreased. That's not a good sign. That's a sign for down. Insider activity sold shares. That's not good. We'll take a look at that more. It is trading above its 20-day or 200-day moving average. That's a requirement there, and that's good. And the return on equity is quite nice too. The asset growth is not growing. We'll have to take a further look at that. But this mountain is growing, and it kind of maybe slowed up a little bit here. You look at it daily, but the weekly looked very nice to me. Weekly, nice trend up. Another tool I use is Simply Wall Street. It's not free, but it's not too expensive either. And I like it because of the graphics. Okay, I can take a look at the snowflake and see that this company is healthy. It had a nice path growth, and it has good value. The future doesn't look so bright according to this thing. We'll take a look at that. And it probably doesn't pay a dividend. It's a week. The object of Snowflake is to fill it in. Trading at 47% below its fair value. Okay, that's good. I'm looking for a bargain. I'm also looking for companies that are growing, bargain and growing. Wow, but that's the past year. 260% over the past year. Uh-oh. Earnings are forecast to decline by 34%. That's very pessimistic. Significant insider selling over the past 3 months. This would lead you to believe that, hey, if you like Rayonier, you might want to wait. Timberland real estate in New Zealand and America, United States. Lots of leased long-term timberlands. And I don't have a lot of real estate companies, so this kind of real estate is, I think I can understand. Commercial real estate, residential real estate, I'm a little scared with that. You can look at the investor relations, but Simply Wall Street summarizes it. But yeah, timberlands, a lot of pine trees. A lot of people go right to the investor relations website and do their research there. I like the pretty pictures in the summary. Currently trading at 39. According to Simply Wall Street, it should be trading at 72.94. Future growth. We want undervalued, which we got, and future growth, which we don't got. Revenues are declining, but look at that for the past. Yeah, well, this is fine. The assets versus liabilities, this is great. It does pay a small dividend, and no shares have been bought over the last few months. But wow, somebody sold something, and somebody sold something here. Rayonier insiders have only sold shares in the past 3 months. Head of Human Resources sold some shares, and the Chief Executive Officer sold some shares in May, $7 million worth. So it is trading below its fair market value. I like that. Earnings grew over the last few years by a large margin, but the analysts are predicting a decline. Back to the weekly, and we see that long trend up. Switching to the daily time frame. This is a zigzag indicator. It's not really an indicator because it looks to the future and paints and repaints based on information it receives out here. Right now, this zigzag doesn't know what it's doing. It thinks it might go down, and that's what Tip Ranks and FinBiz think it's going to go down. And Simply Wall Street thinks it's going to go up based on its fair value, but it really doesn't know. The zero lag MACD says it's going to go down. Here, we had a crossover of the stochastic. This is the MACD, the stochastic RSI. This is the RSI, and this is another MACD. I'm testing out for the length. See, I'm trying to, and this says it's short. We had a crossover. We also had a crossover here of the RSI a few bars back, and normally we take a long when we got that kind of thing. We take a long when the stochastic RSI crosses over the 20. So we don't have a long single. Well, we have a short single, and all these three occurred within a couple days of each other, and my indicator said that would be a short right there. Now today we had a green bar, 91 cents, almost 3%, 2.5% up. Well, this is stock trading. Where it goes, nobody knows. You can draw lines all over the place. You can use the indicators, but they don't really predict the future. They just show you what's happened. So it's up to you, the swing trader, to be able to pick these. And what a swing trader does is try to get the tops and bottoms. They use indicators, he or she, on how to predict those. And this would have predicted a down, and nothing's predicting anything going up. When they get a couple green bars or stuff, then you will get the prediction, and it's already happened 2 or 3 days ago. It's the last print. 50% of that is right about there. Maybe a strategy for me is to wait till it hits 38 or till the RSI does its thing and comes back around. I think that's what I'll do. Wait till the RSI comes back around. I have to keep a watch of this. How do I keep a watch of this? Using TradingView. What do you think, by the way? Is it going up or going down? Please leave your comments below. So you come to the RSI in TradingView, and you set an alert. Right-click it, add alert to RSI, and now this is above the 30, but I want the RSI to cross from below and come up around the 30, crossing up the 30 only once. Notify me on the app, set the alert, and now I'm ready to wait. I don't have real estate in my portfolio. This is a way of getting real estate in, and it's international too. USA, New Zealand, it's timber. If we have some infrastructure, the infrastructure bill should help this. If the housing boom continues, this should be okay. If the housing boom doesn't continue, well, that's not so good. So in conclusion, Simply Wall Street says this stock could go in the next year or so to 72 or 73. Currently trading at 39.73 for Simply Wall Street. The Graham number is negative. That means that it has some value. The target price is less than the current price according to FinViz. That's not great. There's no bargain there. It does pay a dividend. Earnings were November 3rd. So the next one is going to be in January or so. Tip ranks says it's 36, like FinViz. So Simply Wall Street is a little more optimistic based on fair value. If you look at the future options for February, there's going to be a $4 move of about $5.50. If you add that to the current price, you get your target and stop loss based on the option expected move. And if you just use a 8% stop loss and a 12% profit target, this is what you expect to win. This is based on risking about $1,000 each time, so you're able to buy about 26 shares of the stock. Or, as I said several times, to buy a call or a leaps call for this stock. Going up, going down. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think of Rayonier. Have you ever heard of Rayonier? This was my attempt to find some undervalued and growing stocks that I haven't traded before that may be overlooked by Wall Street. Rayonier, stock symbol RYN, is on my watch list, and I'm waiting for the RSI to indicate a buy. Please check out my Discord chat. It's free. Please like and subscribe to this video. Don't take yourself too seriously. Do your own due diligence. Learn this stuff and win. Happy trading. Catch you on the flip.